Welcome back to Mass Appeal, and we are back in the kitchen with Chef Mike Harrison. He's from Buckley Healthcare Center in Greenfield. We're finishing up one sensational supper. I've got to say, it's a pretty sensational supper.
Well, thank you. This is we're going to do a Mexican shrimp with a spicy sweet sauce. I've already started melting the brown sugar with a little bit of garlic.
And you're doing this on a grill pan. If it's a day where it gets a little bit rainy or you're not in the mood to light the grill, all you need is one of these grill pans to cook. Absolutely.
In fact, I've used one here in the last two shows I've been at for the grilled pork loin. And then there was another dish I made, the creme brulee chicken.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, really, it's a great thing to have inside.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Anytime's a good time for a barbecue.
That's true. Yeah, I know. I fired up my grill over the weekend.
Jacket won't fix.
That's true. But the sauce is what's going to set this dish apart, because anyone can grill some shrimp.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what we did is we oil the shrimp, and we season it with a little salt and pepper.
Now, do you marinate it, or do you brush the oil on?
I just brush it on, okay?
Can you marinate? I've never seen, actually, anyone marinating shrimp.
You can, but the big thing with, what you want to do is when you're grilling, you want to make sure you pat dry any of the meats, any of the fish that you're cooking with, because what's going to happen is it's going to end up steaming before it starts to charbroil and grill.
I gotcha.
The other thing is with skewers, what you want to do is you want to soak them for about 4 or 5 hours so that they don't char and burn and break off.
That's the worst feeling when you go through all the painstaking process of making kebabs and then it just turns out to be pieces of meat with sticks on the inside.
Absolutely. So what I did is I just took, this was chipotle and a little adobo sauce. Chipotle is that smoky pepper. Everybody thinks it's that habanero, very hot, this and that.
That's the thing, it's not spicy.
It's got a little zing, but it's not overbearing. It's tolerable.
And you can buy that chipotle sauce in a regular grocery store.
You can get it right in a can.
Now, is that soy sauce you're putting in there?
This is tamarind.
Tamarind, what is that?
Tamarind is
an Indian sauce?
Yeah, it's still an Asian sauce. It's a style of soy sauce. I think it's cut with a little bit of like rice wine vinegar. Good flavor.
Probably a little less sodium, too, if you're a little sodium conscious.
Absolutely. This is just a little bit of water.
Now, do you put water in there so that you can reduce it down later? Or
absolutely. And then the secret ingredient to this.
You're going to tell us?
That makes it a sweet sauce.
All right.
Little rum.
Well, then.
Little rum. Everything tastes good either in a fryer later or with a little booze.
And if you're worried about the booze, I assume it all cooks off, right?
It's all going to cook off. We're going to turn this up a little bit. And then I'm going to come over here. And my other suggestion for folks at home when they're grilling or they're doing kebabs, put a second skewer in. This will keep them from turning on you on the grill.
That's really good, because every time I do it, it's as if I'm making like a rotisserie pig or a rotisserie chicken.
And then you got to go back and turn it. But if you put a second skewer in, it'll make it a lot more manageable.
I use my tongs on overtime.
Yeah.
This is easy. So a couple minutes on each side?
Yep, you're going to go about 5 or 6 minutes on each side. And this sauce is going to take 2 or 3 minutes. And what we're going to do with this sauce is we're going to brush it on. Okay? Mm-hmm. We're also going to use it for a dipping sauce afterwards. And you want to talk about two dishes that complement each other really well.
I was going to say, it's like,
you got your
like peas and
peach
carrots.
Or mango quesadillas with this. Low fat, good summer dish. We always like to eat a little lighter during the summer because when it's hot,
that's true.
We
No
don't
one
want
wants
to
to eat heavy.
So,
but tell us a little bit about Buckley Healthcare Center, because we know you have a great restaurant there.
Yeah.
But what else can people experience? What kind of level of care?
Everything from the activities department to what's great at Buckley is we have similar to the same 20 promises as the Ritz-Carlton. We're going to walk you to your destination. We're going to answer the phone within 3 rings. We're not going to tell you that we'll be back in 30 seconds and see you in an hour and a half. It's honesty and it's integrity, and it goes from the administrator, to the dietary department.
And earlier you were saying that you're a family caring for people, who are coming to you from families, because it doesn't matter if you're, trusting someone in your care or you're visiting someone. It's scary to, leave your elders or your parents off at a place like that, but it doesn't seem as scary at Buckley.
No, we care when you're not there.
That's a good motto.
So we take very good care of your loved ones. We meet their needs. We exceed their expectations. And I'm real fortunate, and I tell everybody, we had just an orientation last week, I tell everybody, There's not many jobs where you know you're going to get up and make a difference in someone's lives.
Very true.
And all 180 employees do that, and they take pride in that.
So back to the shrimp. We flipped everything. You know it's done, the shrimp, when there's it's pink and gold at the same time.
Yep. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to brush a little bit of this on.
And how do we know when the sauce is done? Does it need to simmer down a little bit, or is it just
you
good
want
to
to cook
go?
it down a little bit, but like I say sometimes for TV purposes, we're going to speed up the process.
So if you're doing this on your own, maybe just a few extra minutes, 10, 20 extra minutes?
Yep. And that's the other thing that a lot of folks do at home is they'll do a marinade and they'll brush it on and either go back in with the brush or try to use that same marinade after the cook.
After there's the raw shrimp.
You're going to
on
get
it?
sick.
Yep.
So what I say is always pull some out from
And
the
maybe
side
split it into
before
two. Yep.
before you marinate it.
It's a great idea.
So.
And you know what I like about the brushing as opposed to the marinating? It makes it so because this has some things in it that aren't great for you, but you're not using as much when you're just brushing it on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if people want to head down to Buckley and the restaurant, how can they do it? Where are you located?
We are located 95 Laurel Street in lovely Greenfield, Massachusetts.
Greenfield is lovely. People don't get up there enough. It's really, I think, coming into its own.
You know something, it is. It's one of the few towns in America that still have their own little shopping mall that has everything. It's got beautiful views with the Poet Seat Tower and the river right there, the Deerfield River.
It's a gorgeous
lot of
town.
prep school. It's just, it is. It's a great place to live.
Well, I cannot wait to dig into these. Thank you so much for
My
stopping by
pleasure.
today.
Thanks.
Chef Mike, it's always good to see you.
Take
And for
care.
more information on Buckley Healthcare Center in Greenfield, just give them a call, 413-774-3143. You can also visit them online, buckleyhealthcare.com.